Good. So we'll discuss and complete this part today. Because again, if I postpone to tomorrow, then it is late again. But tomorrow no class, Monday again. So we'll continue now what I said. Guys, look at here. This is my computer. This is my computer. Okay. Computer means my direct cabinet, PC cabinet. Okay. In that one, I have a SMPS and I have a motherboard. I have a motherboard in it, right? So we have a hard disk, right? We have a CD-ROM like this, and of course back panel connections also there. Back panel, different type of connections also there. Okay, so maybe you can use small no problem. Represent a back panel connection. Okay, we have a back panel connection also. So this is the processor. RAM, BIOS, okay, and there is a AGP slots, PCS slots, okay, PCX slots, the chipsets on it, different chipsets, north bridge, south bridge. As a world system, I put a north bridge, south bridge. Your SMPS power connection, CPU power connection, okay, and SATA connection, okay, SATA hard disk connections, okay, front panel connections, okay, front panel power button and the connections. For example, desktop is to understand it is desktop is the best example. Next, we have a power supply from outside, okay, and then here it is. We have a cable connection is there, right? So here it is. We have a connection from SMPS to this one, SMPS. Switch mode, power supply. Outside we have a plug socket is there, no connection is there. It is a AC supply 220 volts. In some textbook it is a 230 volts. It's okay, but whatever it is. So basically it is a 220 volts. AC supply, 50 hertz frequency. What that is not very important, but why how that is. That is SMPS. Take as AC supply, convert AC to DC supply. In the DC supply, look at SMPS is look like this. It is having a main power connection is 80 or 80x. Currently 80x. We are all using 80x. Earlier 20 pin 80x, now 24 pin 80x. Plus another important is extra 4 pin or 8 pin connector for a CPU. 4 pin type, 6 pin type or 8 pin type extra connection is there. Okay, so this is one of the type connection. Another one is graphic card related power connection is also coming extra. For graphic card also you have to give the connection if you are going beyond 4 GB kind of stuff, depends upon the model. So what is this SMPS switch mode power supply? It converts AC supply to DC supply. It is a sine wave to straight line. And what are the DC voltages we are getting? So 12 volts, plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, plus 5 volts, minus 5 volts, plus 3.3 volts we are getting from the SMPS. And SMPS having a different wattages, 500 wattage, 300 wattage, 400 wattage, or sometimes watts, W or VA. VA means volts into amperes. What is volts? What is amperes? What is watt? What is watt? Okay. So this is the SMPS 24-pin connector configuration. So if you see there is a green wire, it is a PS on. PS on. So when you go to this front panel connection, one front panel is for a power on, another for a reset. One is for a on, another for a reset button. Okay, and USB ports, other connections also there, but important is on and reset. For example, this on, if when I press the power on, in this PS on signal will be there. It turn on the SMPS. SMPS will start running. Once it is runs, it distribute the voltages to your motherboard and motherboard to motherboard connected components like a CPU, RAM, BIOS, okay, like this. And your hard disk and CD-ROM are connected for data cables from motherboard to hard disk. Data cable is connected. Power cable is connected from SMPS. Power cable is connected from SMPS. So when SMPS is on, your motherboard connected components and hard disk, CD-ROM, floppy disk if it is there, also will get a power supply. Once power is distributed, when power supply will go? When I power on it. I power on my system. Okay, power on my system. So this is a main power supply. I have to switch on the main power supply. Power is came up to SMPS. But when I power on, SMPS will turn on and distribute the power to your motherboard, hard disk and CD-ROM. Okay. I forget to draw a keyboard and mouse kind of stuff and also monitor kind of stuff. Okay, because a lot of troubleshooting things are there. Very last time only I talk about a troubleshooting, guys, in a previous batch and your batches also. So your batch, yeah, I'm getting in things. So classes or continuation is there for the at least there for a week. Okay. And also the monitor connection. Monitor also connected to power supply, right? Power supply connection is there and data cable connection is there. It's connected from backside. Okay. So like a design. And Ethernet connection, Ethernet cable connection, LAN connection, RJ45. Okay, power on. First power is on. Power is distributed to all components. For CD-ROM, hard disk, motherboard, and CPU, and motherboard components, power is distributed. Now, what happened? All devices, those who got a power, will inform to BIOS. Actually, it is like there is a processor is there. No, the processor will tell what to do when system is on. Like when it is got a power, it will tell what to do. That is one. Some places, some people will tell that story. Some people will tell a BIOS story. Some people tell a self. Actually, POST is an acronym because of the prospect. Not a POST is not a program. Okay, that is also little confusing matter is there, but POST is an acronym, not a program. Power on self test. When I power on it, system, all the components are getting power, so they will check with the BIOS and give information to the BIOS. We are connected. This is our details. Hard disk will tell the information. CD-ROM will tell the information. RAM is tell that information. If you are inside a graphic card will tell the information to your BIOS chip. Okay, this is the information. Next, in a BIOS, there is a basic checking is there. Make sure CPU is running or not. Make sure CPU is running good. RAM is inserted properly. RAM is good. RAM is working. Are on board like a chipsets are working good. North bridge, south bridge, audio chip, video chip, everything is working. So the basic main components are working or not. Next, secondary level components like a hard disk, CD-ROM, keyboard, mouse, monitor. These things are there or not. Okay, that is a secondary part. So if primary devices are connected, so this post is successful. Guys, post is successful. Successful. First is successful. But how you know post is successful? The question is, post is successful. How do you know post is successful? How do you know post is failed? You power on the system, you know power supply button, power LED is blinking. Power LED is blinking. But how do you know post is successful or not? Look at here. So if you never seen this kind of stuff, better to go any desktop, observe these things. On keyboard, you can see there is a 3 LEDs. On keyboard, there is a 3 LEDs are there, guys. These 3 LEDs will blink once. Okay, these 3 LEDs will blink once, only once. Okay, so it will blink once. By default, your BIOS settings, numlock is on condition. That is, these 3 LEDs will blink once. Blink means blink one time, on off one time. Okay, it is just glow and off. That's it. After that one, anyway, numlock will be on or numlock is off. That is a different point. But all these keyboard 3 LEDs will on off once. Next, sometimes on motherboard they put a speaker. There is a speaker, buzzer speaker is there, like alarm speaker type. A small speaker is there. You know, olden days, I don't understand that time why this motherboard having a speaker connected to like this, like a radio speakers are there, no? So why these things are having a speaker which not producing any kind of audio video kind of means audio things. Okay, so either they use a buzzer or a speaker kind of stuff. Okay, so one beep, it will generate a beep sound. If your post is successful, one beep. This is one indication. Beep is a one indication. LED, this LED is blink once or one beep, indicates post is successful. Third one is on your screen, on your monitor screen, some indication will be there. At least how to go to BIOS setup, boot menu option, or logo. Okay, not Windows logo, some logo like a Lenovo logo or a means BIOS related, means my PC related. For example, I purchase a PC which is Dell PC, Dell logo. Not monitor company, PC company or a PC BIOS company logo, American Megatrend Inc. Okay, American Megatrend Inc. Some information on the screen. Okay, next one we'll see. So there is something on the screen. It not shows, not connected. Again, in monitor, the data cable is not connected. Not connected. Or no signal. If in case it's showing data cable not connected or a no signal, on screen you got a no signal, means it can be your cable problem. It can be your cable problem, or it can be a your VGA problem, VGA, HDMI, graphic card or processor related problem. I'm just telling, okay, but I'm not writing or typing or anything. I don't know whether you understand or not. Remember guys, power on system, power on the system. Okay. Power on, press the power button. First is you press the power button. Press the power button. So power supply to, what will happen? SMPS is now on. SMPS will on. Now it is on, and power distributed to all the devices in system. Okay. Actually, it is like a to motherboard, hard disk, CD-ROM, CD or DVD, if it is there. Okay, like a keyboard, mouse, they are connected. Okay, all the devices, motherboard connected devices. On motherboard. On motherboard. Okay, what are they? CPU is on motherboard, RAM is on motherboard, ROM is on motherboard, like chipsets, whatever it is, any other chips, whatever it is, let's get a power. Now devices, I will tell less complexity, so less complexity. So I tell BIOS or a system test itself. That is very easy. System tests itself. Every device working or not. Importantly, what is the important devices? CPU, RAM. Okay, CPU, RAM, graphic cards, kind of stuff, right? So very importantly, CPU, RAM is a loose connections part, and other chipset on motherboard, it will verify. Like if in case hard disk is not connected, no problem, post will be successful. Boot failure, post successful. That's the thing. Boot failure, but post is successful. Okay, post is successful. Understand? If in case like a if in case not important things like if hard disk is not connected or not working, post pass post pass boot failed. Okay, voice is in the hard disk, bootable failure, possible bootable failure, so you cannot do anything. Your hard disk is not working, your voice is not loading, so you can't do anything. It's very simple, but post is successful. So understand guys, each column having different kind of outcomes are there. Okay, so this is the thing. So one is, so make sure every system is, every device is working or not. Importantly, CPU, RAM and chipsets are working. So then it is called a post. What is post? Power on, self-test. What is the meaning? System tests itself. System tests itself. Tests itself. Make sure devices, system components, let's see, components, importantly CPU, RAM, working. That's it. Okay, so this is about your post. Guys, again, once post is successful, the boot processing goes for next step. In a boot processing, it go to next step. Okay, if post failure, again, post is failed, boot process failed. What to do? You have to troubleshoot. So if post is successful, next step is going to be there. So first of all, how do you know post is successful? How do you know post is failure? So these are the symptoms. Keyboard.
3 LEDs will on once.
Very good. Keyboard 3 LED. Blink are on and off. Okay, are glow once, blink once, or you can say blink once. Okay. Second one is HDD LED blinks. On monitor show something. So we'll talk about what is something kind of stuff. Show something, some logo or a BIOS key information. Okay, BIOS logo. In case if on monitor showing no signal, showing a no signal, or it is showing no signal, or a data cable not connected. Actually, no signal means data cable is not connected kind of stuff only. So what is the problem here? You have to check data cable PC to monitor. Next, problem with CPU, graphics, problem also there. Graphic card, graphics memory, graphic cards, CPU, HDMI, VGA related connector issues are there. You know, last time I didn't check properly. I purchased a computer, means separated parts. I purchased it. I purchased a CPU i3 9th generation F model. So I connected everything I connected perfectly. I connected and I power on my system. Nothing on my system. Boot is good. Boot processing is good. Means I seen LED blinking is there. LED blinking is there. HDD blinking is there. On monitor, it is showing no signal. Then I don't know what happened. I think something problem is occur in my motherboard because newly separately I purchase. You buy a computer from directly a computer shop. They assemble it so then we can trust them. If you have a problem, then you can call them. Now here, to whom to blame? Is it RAM problem or motherboard problem or processor problem? I don't know. So I got frustrated. Don't know. I want to return everything because I don't know which one is working, which one is not working. Okay. So we do that time our Pune office is also not operational because it's a Corona time. So I got frustrated. I got mental because its cost is around more than 35-40,000 total cost because the cabinet is itself very cost. Cabinet and the thermal lake cabinet, thermal lake thing. Okay, the cabinet knowledge is different. In online, they put normal cost cabinets are removed. The high cost cabinets, everything. Up to that one also there is another company that is also gone. This thermal lake become a 6,000 for both SMPS and a cabinet only. Very big cabinet. I don't know why I purchased very big cabinet. Later, normal cabinets are came in, like ant cabinets are came into market. So 2,000 rupees cabinet is there. 3,000, 4,000, I will get this SMPS. I got frustrated what to do, what I think. So later I read comments on the processor. Then I realize finally the processor don't have any graphic memory. The processor inside the processor, it don't have any graphic memory. Because of that one, I am not getting screen. Actually, my plan to put a graphic card, but I think it is already become a more cost. Why should I invest another 3,000 rupees for a graphic card? So now it become a compulsory. I purchase a graphic card. I inserted a graphic card. Okay. And after inserting a graphic card, I connected to VGA port and it is not working again. So then I change it to HDMI. VGA disconnected because it's not a monitor, it is a TV. I have a VGA connection for TV. That's why I purchased that TV. So VGA is there, HDMI is there, USB is there. So I connected with the VGA port and it is not displaying anything. I changed the channels and all. I tried, not working. So luckily I purchased, wantedly I purchased here, just I have a guess. So then I purchased this HDMI cable also extra. So then I connected with the HDMI. Then it is displayed there and I am very happy it is there. So I went to BIOS settings and I do all the changes, settings, check it, every part. I take a pictures of it. Okay. So finally it is working. So if your monitor is showing no signal, either it can be a data cable problem or maybe it is your PC CPU related issue, graphics memory related issues or graphic related issues, or it can be a cables like a HDMI VGA type of cables also. Properly check it. Next. So these are the indications of post is successful, and also you can see after some time. After some time means after 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. After some time means just after some time. Or just after. Not if you can remove the after sometime also. Just after. So what is the things? So remaining process go on. So like a Windows logo. Like this. So that is post successful part. How do you know post is failure? Okay. Post successful good. Post failure troubleshooting. Right. So again, what is the post? power on self-test. You press the power button, power distributed to the system will test itself. All the devices are working, mainly RAM, ROM kind of stuff. Here it is, post failure, keyboard. LEDs are there, no? 3 LEDs, not blink. It is in a off, not on off, it is off condition only. That is the first indication you can easily observe. Like you press the power button, look at the keyboard. So you can see there is a 3 blink, LEDs are blink once. Okay, not blinking. It is an off condition. Make sure you have to connect the keyboard, guys. If you don't connect and sorry, it is not blinking, that is I can't do it. Okay, it is the first part. So it is an indication, number 1. Next, on monitor, okay, black screen. Black screen. No monitor logo also. This one, something signal column is there. It shows no signal. It is showing a no signal kind of stuff, and monitor logo. Sometimes it shows monitor logo. Monitor logo. But here it is. If it is a failure, monitor logo also you cannot see. No signal kind of stuff not see. It's a only black screen. Black screen or a blank screen. You can say blank screen. Okay, not a logo, no signal, nothing it will shows. Okay. Third one. 3D LED is there, right? Not blinking. Not blinking. Power LED blinks. HDD LED not blinking. Blinks. HDD LED not blinking. Okay. Power LED blinks means power supply is there post failure. Power LED also not blinking. There is a power supply issue. Not blinks. It is related to power supply issue. Either it is SMPS or main power supply issue. So check it. SOP, standard operating procedure. You know, last class I told about a network troubleshooting, right? OS layer wise troubleshooting. This is BIOS based, post based troubleshooting. So from you start your PC to getting the screen, that is called a where it is somewhere, yeah, here it is. When PC is on and you got a screen finally, you are getting your own system screen like this. You got a screen till the time you power on morning 9 o'clock. I power on this PC. Okay, morning 9 o'clock only I power on this PC, and after 5 minutes I got the screen. That is boot process is completed. So power on to screen, that is a boot processing is completed. So that is the point. Okay, the step-by-step process from power on the screen to power on the system to your system is completely turned on. You got a screen. That is called a boot processing. Here it is, we are learning boot processing plus columns we are getting in each stage. Also, I'm trying to tell you. The first one is post related, power on self test, system test itself, all the devices working or not. That is a very simple statement. How do you know post is successful? How do you know post is failure? Post successful is good. Post failure, bad. Guys, understand? How do you know post is failure? Post failure related information.
Yes, sir.
What is the basic causes? CPU. Very good. RAM. Okay, like a RAM loose connection or a RAM failure. RAM not working. RAM failure. Loose connections. Sometimes what is not connected. Loose connections are not connected. Not connected. Okay. RAM failures. Because RAM is not working. RAM failure means not working. CPU. CPU. Yeah, it's a CPU. CPU not working. Column. CPU not working. Power supply. So CPU not good. There is some problem in it. Okay. Power distributions. Okay. CPU not working. Okay. RAM not working. Power distributions through motherboard to other components. On motherboard failed. Next, other components we don't know. We don't know the other components and how it is working also. Okay. Connected device. Okay, like you connected a graphic card, AGP, or you connected some PCA cards here connected adapters. You have to check it, that one also. Okay. Now here it is. Check RAM. Check the RAM connectivity. Check the RAM connectivity. What to do? Remove the RAM, clean the RAM, and insert it. First of all, power off. Next, remove power cable. First of all, remove the power cable. So don't give any power supply. Okay. Next, any troubleshooting. First of all, power off the system and remove power supply. Then check the RAM connectivity first, because RAM is a loose part. Okay, that's it. Is a more loose part is RAM only on motherboard. It causes so many times these kind of problems. So you can see, check the RAM connectivity. So remove RAM from socket. First of all, clean edges, RAM, remove RAM from the socket, clean edges of the RAM, clean the edges of the RAM. Okay, set it back again. Now power on and check. If it is not working, again remove RAM, check with other working RAM. then you will understand your RAM is problem. Okay, you can understand your RAM is really got a problem. Really, your RAM is not at all working. Okay, so you have to thoroughly check with that one RAM to another RAM. You have to keep changing and checking it. So sometimes loose connection, RAM failure problems are there. Dusting problem, loose connections, dusting. To check the thing like a loose connection. Dust. What are the things you have to check it in a CPU, RAM, AGP, PCA things, loose connections, dust, not working kind of stuff, compatibilities, compatibility kind of stuff you have to verify. Same goes for CPU guys. CPU, if you think CPUs are having a problem, so you have to take CPU from socket, okay, and also check on CPU there is a heat sink. On CPU there is a heat sink and a heat sink fan. The heat sink fan. Okay, so make sure it is running on that. Okay, CPU, take CPU from socket. So also you can check the from the, if you check the heat sink fan, take out the CPU from the socket. Okay, reset back. Okay, reset back, you cannot do anything, just reset back or check with other CPU. These are the basic things. Okay, so this is about two troubleshooting thing I told guys. One is a RAM issue, one is CPU issue, and any other connectivity also. So same for any other connections. Only it is remove the connection. Remove the connection, clean it, and put it back or test it. So that is the follow the things. CPU, RAM, or AGP, like a graphic cards or things. So you have to do one by one. So make sure it is working. But before you do anything, what you have to do? You have to power off the system and remove the power cable. Backside power cable is there. You must remove it. Okay. So most possibility is loose connections, dust formation, or a component failures, or a compatibility. You know, sometimes you put a different type of RAMs parallelly, it may not work. Okay, so guys, this is the point. Okay, so here it is, why post failure, guys. In a troubleshooting, why is post, why is troubleshooting, I told now, just told. So this is the post related information, guys. So next one, our point is, the first point is completed post. So the second one, in a boot processing, first one is a post, power on self test, system self test itself. So make sure that the components of a system working properly. Next, post is successful. Next one is in your BIOS setup. In your BIOS, this is your BIOS. In a BIOS boot, in the boot, this is the boot priority. In a BIOS, we have a boot priority. Guys, listen carefully. So as per the BIOS boot priority, operating system will load from here. Like initially, it load MBR or a GPT record. So we didn't discuss about it also. I think so. MBR or a GPT record. So I am going with MBR only for a easy to explanation. Both are same. So system verifies MBR record from one by one. In a CPU, sorry, in a CD-ROM, is any bootable disk is there? Not there. Then it will go to the next one. In a removable device, like a pen drive, is any pen drive having a bootable device? Is this hard disk having any bootable files? Like that, it will verify one by one. I'm telling again, guys. Check it. My PC usually like a from BIOS again. BIOS load a program. So find MBR record and it will give you list, boot priority list. Check MBR record from CD DVD. Check the MBR record from any pen drives. So it is first check from the CD. As per this, not available. Then check the second one. It is a priority order, guys. Check in CD-ROM. Not there, check in pen drive. If it is not there, then check in hard disk. It is there, load. It is there, load. It is not there, go to the network boot. It is there, load. Otherwise, not load. For example, this is my fresh PC. This is my boot order is like this. Boot order is like this. I connected a pen drive. In a pen drive, I have a OS. I want to install a OS, so then I put my OS in my pen drive. Nowadays, we are not using CD, DVD disc, guys. We have a pen drive. So I brought some 8 GB pen drive. I put an operating system in the pen drive. This is the boot order. I power on my PC. Post completed. Next one is load MBR. Load the MBR record. First, it will verify in my CD-ROM. In a CD-ROM, MBR record is there or not? Not there. Not there. Then go to the next one. In a removable device, MBR record is there. Yes, because in my pen drive I put a OS. Then MBR will be loaded. What is MBR? Master boot record. Master boot record will be loaded. For example, different order. First is hard disk. Next one is CD-ROM. Okay. Next one is pen drive. Sorry, removable device. Okay. Removable device. This is order. First, this is a fresh PC, no OS inside. I connect a pen drive with the OS pen drive is there. So I power on my PC. First, it is trying to locate the OS from hard disk. No OS. It is a empty hard disk. No OS. No MBR record. Then it will check in a CD-ROM. Is it having any OS inside? No. Then it will verify from the removable disk. Yes, removable disk means pen drive having your operating system. It load the MBR from pen drive. So it's all belongs to the priority, guys. Look at here. See, this is first is removable drive. Next one is hard drive. Next one is CD-ROM and network. So this is different priority order. We can change the priority order. It is not fixed priority order. We can change the priority order. I changed like that only here, and I taken a picture. The same PC only. So this is the order, like that order. Any order we can put it. So what is the next part? Post successful. This is first step. First step is post. Power on, self test, post successful. Second, find MBR record. as per BIOS boot menu or boot priority in the MBR record as per the BIOS. What is the MBR record? MBR master boot record. It is a name only, guys, nothing is there. Okay, it is just a name. That belongs to any boot kind of stuff. Okay, GPT, MBR or a GPT record. GUID partition table. GUID partition table. Okay. What is this MBR kind of stuff or a GPT? Both are same, guys. It is nothing but a table only. Table or a record. Contains partition information, location of bootloader file, OS partition information also. Your hard disk, you have a partitions are there, no? In hard disk, you have a partitions. In hard disk, you have a partitions are there, right? So all partition information and where is operating system and where is the bootloader. Very important is location of bootloader. Okay. So it find the MBR record as per boot menu. Okay. Then MBR record MBR file or MBR tells where is bootloader, that's why it is master boot record. So where is bootloader? What is this bootloader? Bootloader tells how to load. Tells where is OS and how to load OS. It will tell by the bootloader. Next, these bootloaders are differ from OS to OS. Okay, for example, I'm having a Windows 7 or a Windows 8 or a Windows 10. My bootloader is boot MGR. Bootloader name is MGR. I have a Windows XP or a 2003 server NTLDR. NTLDR. I have a Linux operating system GRUB grub version 2 LILO. These are the different bootloaders. So usually Linux and Unix. Grub is basically for Linux and Unix. It works. LILO, Linux in, Linux out. 2003 server, 2000 server, 2000 professional, XP, 98, 95, basically NTLDR. NTLDR. So you want a caps also, I can type NTLDR. So you can type in a Google NTLDR missing, boot MGR missing. This is another folder, right? NTLDR, or we can say boot. This is most possible mgr missing. You can see boot mgr missing. Type in Google, find out what is the problem and how it is the screen is there and what is the problem. Okay, guys, first post is successful, post is failure. If failure, where is the problem? How to make it right. Post is successful. Next one is locate the MBR. So MBR will be located based on the BIOS, boot menu or a priority from priority. Okay. BIOS, boot menu or a priority. It's like either from CD-ROM, CD, DVD. Example, priority order, right? So CD-ROM, maybe a hard disk, removable device, means pen drives, network. Okay, so it is a boot priority is there. Based on the boot priority, it take the MBR record from it. MBR record will tell where is the bootloader. Okay, the second point is, it is a second point. The third point is, first locate the MBR. Okay, so what is the third point is load bootloader into RAM. Okay, and process it. What is the bootloader? Bootloader will tells where is OS and how to load OS. Guys, in Windows we are using GUI based operating system, but in Linux GUI based is there, CLI only CLI is there, GUI CLI is there, kind of stuff. Okay, so you turn on a Linux PC, you don't want GUI screen, you want only CLI screen. That is one type of booting. When you turn on your Linux PC, you want only you want a GUI also. So main screen is GUI. Then it is another kind of booting. Okay. In a Windows, we have a normal Windows is there. Safe mode Windows is there. For example, you want to boot with a safe mode. Okay. You want to load operating system. That is safe mode of operating system you want to load, not a regular operating system. That is a different voice loading. So it is bootloader will tells where is operating system, how to load operating system. Okay, like this. Boot MGR is a bootloader file. It is a file in Windows 10 or Windows 7, Windows Vista, boot MGR. In a older operating system, Windows having a bootloader file is NTLDR. In Linux and Unix, we use grub version 2. Latest version is grub version 2 or LILO in some Linux species. LILO, Linux in, Linux out kind of stuff. This is error, guys. What is this error? Boot MGR missing. What is boot MGR missing? I think it is becoming very lengthy class by troubleshooting kind of stuff, because I'm mixing both troubleshooting as well as a boot boot processing. Okay, boot MGR is missing, or first one is boot MGR missing. Meaning is it is unable to locate MBR or boot MGR file in 1 second. 1 second. Hmm. 7 members. No problem. Unable to locate MBR. Boot MGR file in either it is in your hard disk, CD-ROM, or maybe a removal device or network. Okay, unable to locate because of boot MGR missing means boot MGR is next. Boot MGR file is corrupted. Corrupted, it is damaged. Corrupted. Okay, next. Can be a disk failure. Possible. Your hard disk is failed. Hard disk is not working. So obviously boot MGR is unable to locate. It shows boot MGR missing. It don't system not understanding immediately. So it is throwing a message called a boot MGR. But really it is not. The meaning of boot MGR is disk failure, not exact meaning. But when your disk is missing or disk is failure, not connected. Okay, anything disk related. Now it is working. Suddenly it is stop working. Suddenly the disk is not working. So you will get a boot MGR missing that time. Okay, so like the morning it is working. After 1 hour it is not working. So that is disk related issue can be there. Okay, fresh system, you won't get a boot MGR missing. Nothing is there on the screen. But system is already loaded with operating system. OS in your hard disk is failure. In that time also it is there. Our boot MGR file will be corrupted. In that cases also you'll get this kind of stuff. It is possible like a due to dual OS in system like Windows plus Linux, mainly Ubuntu, mainly like a Ubuntu based operating system. Okay, so Ubuntu OS having a different properties are there. You can load Ubuntu in your Windows system as a file inside, like you can no need to take a partition and no need to install as like a operating system. Simply there is a executable file is there. If you double click, OS will be loaded into your PC as an integral part. This OS will corrupt your boot MGR missing. Okay, this is a possible. Only one solution, guys. That is again, if boot MGR file is corrupted, you can connect OS DVD or a pen drive. Copy you have a doubt that is your if bootable file is corrupted, so then connect with a CD or a pen drive kind of stuff, OS CD or a OS pen drive or USB kind of stuff. What to do? Repair option. Repair option. Usually CMD. Yeah, there is a problem is there. So I'm telling in normal way. Go to CMD and delete old boot MGR file from hard disk and copy boot MGR file from your DVD or a CD, DVD or a pen drive, portable pen drive. to disk C drive. Okay, that is one thing. Next one is in Windows 10. If you got that problem in Windows 10, directly go to repair option. Go to repair option. In there, startup repair. Guys, remember one important point about Windows 10. It's self-repair. It contains a self-repair call. So no need to troubleshoot much. That's why these things are a very old part. NTLD are missing, boot MG are missing. These parts are a very old kind of stuff. Okay, so if system is on, boot MGR should MBR will tell how to load a boot MGR file. Where is a boot MGR file? And boot MGR file will be loaded. Okay, so boot MGR file will be bootloader load bootloader into RAM. It will load into RAM. Then once it is loaded, it will tell where is OS and how to load the OS. So different names of bootloaders are there, depends upon OS. If in case bootloader missing kind of stuff it is you are getting, it's a problem of your bootable drives. Sometimes it is a corruption. Okay. Next, third part is completed. Fourth part. Now OS is loaded. Okay. The fourth part is automatically OS loaded. No problems means no problem. Okay. OS will be loaded. Will be loaded. So you got your operating system. Then what is the fifth one? So login screen. Login screen. Put your username and password. Put your username and password. Give the username and password. Completed. So services and applications, background process, run. So this is a complete boot processing, guys. Okay, so here is the two places I told at troubleshooting. One is post failure because of some device failure part. That's the first one. The second one is boot failures because of the bootable file corrupted. Bootable file means bootloader is corrupted. So in that case also it is not there. So how to troubleshoot it? So again, guys, first step is boot processing steps. Again, I'm telling. First one is power on self test. Okay, what is it? Power on self test. So system test itself whether all the devices are functioning or not. The second one is locate or find MBR record. Okay, so then you can locate bootloader. Third, load bootloader.
Loader.
So example, boot MGR in Windows into RAM. We not to do it, it will load automatically from the portable device, from bootable device. Boot device, from boot device. Fourth one, boot device will be tell by MBR only. Your BIOS will tell who is your boot device. Okay, BIOS will tell who your as per BIOS, boot menu at boot priority, boot device is there. Okay, so then locate the MBR in it and find out bootloader. Bootloader will tell how to load operating system. So load bootloader, it will tell how to load operating system. Load OS. So fifth one is you will get a login screens once it is loaded. Now login, so you will get start. Automatically services, applications, background process kind of stuff runs. Start using it. So this is simply a boot processing, guys. I hope you got the point and the troubleshooting also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and people are exhausted also. Thank you, guys. Even the Saturday, and you are remaining 6 members finally. Okay. Any doubts or anything?
No, sir.
So we'll meet you on Monday. Meanwhile, I will forward one or two. Already I told compulsory go to work group and domain. That is I forwarded. Go through once. Any problem is there, please tell me. If you want a splitter also, I will split the timelines also. And also I will try to watch that it once again. Okay. I stop recording.